If you would change the world, change your mind. And if you would change your mind, relinquish all of your own ideas. Ever since I had a profound third eye experience, I've been searching for answers. And in that experience, it was a complete surrender. I felt meek, I felt humble, I felt like a child. And I completely emptied, and I had no idea what was going on around me. And I realized that all my thoughts weren't true, that I really had no idea what reality was, what I was, what anything was for. And it was a complete melting, a complete letting go of all the perception that I had. And this new perception arose within me. And this is a main idea presented by Jeshua ben Joseph, or Jesus, channeled by Jayem or Jon Marc Hammer. Now just hang on with me for a second. It might sound like, what? Channeled Jesus, what do you mean? But if you listen to his words, if you read his books, I think you will come to find that it is truly a master, the master that walked on our earth, named Jeshua, that is speaking through him. And he is really setting the record straight. He's saying, I've been very misinterpreted on your earth. I'm very popular, but I've kind of been misunderstood, and religion took my life and ran with it. But really, he's just an enlightened master. He was a human just like us, and he realized some things. And he woke up, and he realized the truth of what we are and our oneness, our unity with spirit, with source, with creation, with energy, with love light, whatever you wish to call it. So specifically in this video, I'm going to be going over the idea of the meek shall inherit the earth. And what does he mean by this? It has been said that the meek will inherit the earth. What does that word truly mean then? The meek are those who have learned the futility of their learning. And this is a very similar idea with the quote that I opened with. And what he means here is that you need to realize that really you don't know what anything is and what anything is for. Now, all of his teachings may seem pretty extreme or drastic because they are the complete opposite of what we're used to. Because what we're used to is this dream of separation. This dream of, I am alone, I am a body, I need to survive, I need to find the means of my own survival, I need to gain, I need to make money so that I can eat, so that I'm clothed, so that I'm sheltered, so that I am safe. He emphasizes over and over again that the truth is that you are eternal, that you are one with the power within everything, that you are one with your Father in his words, or that you are one with God, and that you do not need a plan. You are like a child, and you need to admit to yourself that you do not know. It's only when you realize that you do not know will you be shown the truth, and that the true self within you does know all things. And this is exactly what it felt like in my experience. My mind started racing. I was trying to figure things out. What's happening. And then I fully let go and surrendered, and I felt like a little child, and this inner wisdom blossomed, and the third eye, this, in the middle of the brain, perhaps the pineal gland, I'm not sure, but the location felt like the middle of my brain, and it felt like an orgasm. And when it opened, everything was new. It was like I was reborn, and I was like I entered our home. It felt like our home. It felt like paradise, and everything was glistening and shining love light. I don't know how else to call it. And I felt meek. I felt innocent. I felt like I did not know what this is. I did not know anything. And this is why I'm so intrigued by his teachings and this specific idea of the meek shall inherit the earth. The meek are those who know and accept that there is only mystery arising. The meek are those who know they are not what they thought they were. The meek are those who wait in each moment for revelation to occur. The meek are those who smile at the futility and sanity of acting in the world as if they knew what a thing is and what it's for. They wait on divine consciousness. They wait on the purity that emanates from the source of being that can shine through them and reveal to them, moment to moment, what the purpose of any moment is. So again, to turn our ideas kind of 180 from what we think things are and how they work. The path of mastery, enlightenment, cosmic consciousness, Christ consciousness, isn't gaining knowledge. It's the opposite. It's relinquishing all your thoughts. It's completely surrendering and becoming empty, so that you become like a channel, a vessel, an empty mind, so that you receive the perceptions of the truth, or the true self, or the Father, or the Holy Spirit in his vernacular. So in a sense, you're getting out of your own way and letting the wisdom, the true knowledge that's within everything, the source, to just let you know what things are for and to tell you so that you are guided by the divine. And is not this the meaning of not my will, but my Father's will be done through me? And then he goes on to say something that's very important, I've talked about in other videos. So you're never affected by anything but your own thoughts. You're constantly projecting everything. And this is what creates the dream. Somewhere in the depth of your mind, you have taken on perceptions about what things are and what they are for, including your body, your mind, your thoughts, your feelings. And from these, deeply embedded, deeply habituated, you have decided what you need to fit what you believe to be true. And from what you need, you project impulses of what you want. And what you want determines how you will see every object and every person, every drop of rain and every wisp of cloud and every chair around you. But again, I say unto you, meekness truly begins with the complete recognition that you don't know what you truly want, unless you have come to a place where there is a silent voice calling within that says to you, I want God. I want peace. I want to come home. This is such an important idea, is that meekness is recognizing that you really don't know what you want. I feel like this is kind of like what life is. It's a series of you thinking you know what you want, getting what you think you want, and then realizing that's not really what you want. It's that idea of if and then. Oh, if I get this certain thing, then I'll be happy. Or if I accomplish this, then I'll feel worthy. And then once you get it, realizing, nope, that wasn't it. So meekness is the acknowledgement that you really don't know what you want. Because also, you really don't know what you truly are. Because you aren't an ego, you aren't just a body, you aren't a character, you are this one love light that's within everything, you are one with the source. Then he goes on to ask, do you even know where you are right now? The human mind believes it knows where it is, and yet where it is within the complex of insane notions and fearful perceptions it has made in error to replace the simplicity of the reality of being in the mind of God, unlimited, forever, totally supported, and provided for in each moment. If you knew where you were, truly, if all of humanity knew where it was, the world as you know it would stop dead in its tracks and soon cease to be. That which is called Wall Street wouldn't even open in the mornings. No one would go to the great halls of government. Many of you would never step foot in what you call an automobile again. He goes on to describe, if you really truly realize where you are, and everyone realizes what they really are, what that would be like. And he basically describes like paradise. It's like we'd be fully in the moment. We would watch the sunrise in amazement, in awe, in innocence. It's like we were children again and just enjoying the perceptions of this earth and enjoying nature and being able to perceive other things that we're not used to perceiving. Hearing the leaves open and welcoming the sunshine and so forth. Truly listening to the voice of birds or bird song. And this reminds me of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Just really being fully in the moment. And this truth is very paradoxical, and it reminds me also like the Tao Te Ching. This idea that really only when you confess that you don't know will you truly know. Only when you empty yourself will you be filled. Only when you surrender will you realize what you truly are. And he goes on to say in his life, he didn't do anything. He surrendered. He relied completely on the Father, in his words, or the source, or love, or consciousness, or energy, or the spirit, or the source. That thing which is all of us, that one thing. He relied completely on it, and it worked through him. He literally just heard what the will for him to do, and he did it. Which is why he always answered, I do not do these things. The mystery does it through me. The Father does these things. Why do you call me good, even when miracles are done through me? There is none good but God. I am but a channel of the mystery of life. I am empty. There is no one at home. And when there is no one, there is everyone. And when there is nothing, there is everything. And when you are empty, you shall be filled. And when you are at peace, you will know the meaning of power. And when you want nothing, you will have all things. And when you need nothing, you will know the meaning of freedom. Oh, so good. Love this. Again, that paradoxical nature. It's really realizing that you're not an ego, that you don't have to figure it out because you're already in the center of the truth, of the mind, of creator or source. And you are meant to be an extender of that light, to do its will. You're meant to be here in this dream of separation, or what seems to be a dream separation, and to help others realize that same truth. Therefore, the meek really don't know anything. They're completely silent and like children, and trust and know that the father or the mother or the goddess or the god fully takes care of them and loves them because they are one with it. The meek are the masters of creation, and yet they seem to know nothing at all. And each and every moment of their existence is given over to the practice of the keys of the kingdom, desiring only perfect union with God, setting the intention of relinquishing all ideas of their own, practicing the key of allowing, resting into neutrality so that life might reveal itself to them and through them. And finally, surrendering every trace of belief that there's something inside your body called yourself that is uniquely yours and that you must take care of it, and it must get what it wants. The hungry little ghost called the ego. Surrender means to awaken to the reality that there has never been anyone where you are, except the presence of Christ. When you know yourself, you will know that you are all things. You'll know that you are empty and that no one's home, and that there is only life living itself. You have learned that it is not by striving but by relinquishing that the kingdom is revealed, and you will discover that you've always been at home. So beautiful, and yet so simple, right? It's like, wait, is it that simple? And he even confesses that he said that same thing in his life when he started to realize that. He's like, it can't be that simple. It is that simple. It's literally surrendering fully, relinquishing all of your ideas of what you should do, what you need to do, what needs to be done. And he also went over in that quote, the 4 keys of the kingdom, which he says is all you really need to do, which he just went over, but it's desire, intention, allowing, and then surrender. Really, that's what you should focus on. That's all you need to do. Desire to awaken, desire the kingdom, desire the love light. Intend it. So you choose and you focus on it and you're vigilant about it. And then you allow. You allow things to occur. You allow things to happen. You let go of trying to control things because control is out of fear. And then ultimately you surrender. All the quotes from this video are from Jon Marc Hammer's work, or channelings, or Jayem. He goes by Jon Marc Hammer or Jayem. These are so good, and thank you, Jayem, for providing all of these. They are so beautiful, and I am so excited I found them because they're literally answering all my questions, especially about my experience of my third eye. And you can find these online at womlibrary.com or his website, Way of Mastery, where he sells his books. And you can also listen to the audio of the channelings.